Yep, to the yep. You already know what time it is, man. It's your girl P.O.C. Turn your radios up, spread the word, spread the message, man. You already know how we come in each and every time we go live. We got a jam-packed show for you. Yes, you. Thank you for coming through and tuning in with us, tapping in with us here at WURD. Don't forget, you can always join in on the conversation. 215-634-8065, toll free 1-866-361-0900. Again, that's 215-634-8065, toll free 1-866-361-0900. And thank you for all those who heard our PA Eco Lottery Fact. Man, each and every first of the month, we're going to be dropping a PA Lottery Fact. So if you got a fact you want me to drop, tune in, hit me up. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at revive_POC. And you already know the website is reviveisalive.com. But we're about to kick it off on the second half of this show. You already know it's a full board fact that's for you and about you. And we're talking community refrigerators. You know, this time of the year it can be very hard, especially with the economy that we're living in. Not everybody got it. It's a thing. Not everybody has it. So with that being said, we have organizations out there, we have people out there who's doing it for the city of Philadelphia and doing it for the people of Philadelphia by meeting them exactly where they are on the streets, creating opportunities and creating resources. So I got my girl Brianna on the line, Brianna Holmes on the line. She is an organizer who helps volunteers get together for community refrigerators here in the city of Philadelphia. Elves on Wheels. What's good, sis? How you feeling this morning?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to have you on the show. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let the people know exactly what they're listening to.
My name is Brianna Holmes. I also go by Rebecca Black, and I am the founder of Els on Wheels.
No doubt. When you think about meeting people where they are, that's like something that I love to do. I'm gonna meet people where they are and spark some type of conversation, no matter where I'm at, right? So the fact that
Mhm.
you're meeting people where they are and you're helping them, providing meals, not just for them as individuals, but also for their families. Like, how did you come up with this idea to say, I want to start this initiative in a city like Philadelphia?
Well, for one, I know that Philadelphia has had a rise in the homeless community in the past couple of years, and it initially started on New Year's. I'm sorry, Christmas Eve, where I wasn't doing anything. I was with a group of friends, and we just wanted to figure out how we can give back to the community. One small thing at a time, and that's where it all started. Just a bunch of friends hanging out and getting together and wanting to push back for our community.
No doubt. We talking a year ago because it's now January 5th. Today is January 5th. So we talking a year ago that you all got together and said, hey, I want to start this initiative. So, when you sit around a bunch of friends, you're like, yo, let's go feed the people outside. Let's go help some of these people who
Hmm.
need help. How did you get these volunteers together to say, yo, that's something I want to do?
Honestly, this was random. Each time it's random. Each group is always different people. Anyone can come in and join. Um, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on, you know, emails. I'm just getting anybody or everybody I can to help pull this event together. Now it's twice a year. So we did one in the summer, I believe the summer of July, this past July. And we got a good group going and it's not always friends. It's sometimes a lot of strangers.
It'd be like that when you first get started.
Yep. And yeah, we just pulled together, and we always wind up becoming friends or becoming a community of people who wants to give back.
No doubt. And I want to ask you this question, Brianna, because like before we get into the whole conversation of the organization, Elves on Wheels, I want to just ask you, being out there, talking to people who are what I like to call unhoused, who are less fortunate, who need help, what are their conversations like? What are they saying to you as you're walking up on them and telling them like, hey, I can provide some type of opportunity or resource for you?
Honestly, it's just a lot of thank yous. It's a lot of bowings. It's a lot of, even a lot of people don't have the words to say when they feel the gratitude. They just, give an act of thanks. And that's pretty much it. No one ever really, wanted to have a specific conversation. And, I just let them know, hey, I'm here for you. We are doing this. If you want some, here you are. If not, then, because it is Philadelphia, so we do run into a lot of
That's
people who
why I
don't
asked
have
you.
the exact words to say when help is there. So you know.
Exactly. And even in Philadelphia, excitement can feel aggression. You know, you can feel like
Yes,
aggression
yes.
behind some excitement. So I definitely understand that. But I want to ask you this next question, to get more into how it's reshaping our environments here in the city of Philadelphia, right? How would you say community refrigerators are helping, taking part in bringing forth that beautification that we're talking about when we talk about a greener, safer Philadelphia, as far as the environment?
Well, as far as the environment goes, a lot of them are dry refrigerators. So a lot of them, you can just go to a pantry, you can put in dry food like canned stuff, uh, cereals and dry milks and stuff like that. And a lot of them are being helped by like the churches and the other community leaders as far as like electricity and things like that go.
Fire.
So it's not, yep.
So you have I didn't even know that was a thing. I know most of the time I see them next to like um homes, or I see them next to recreation centers or libraries, but I never thought
Yep.
about if there's one next to a church that it has to be funded. Somebody has to be paying for the electricity on it. So do you have any conversations surrounding that like that as far as like getting these people to say, okay, I will sponsor this refrigerator and pay for the electric? Like how's that conversation?
Honestly, like I said, it's a new experience each time. We get different
That's real.
donators
That's real.
because a lot of it is out of pocket, which a lot of people don't understand. So I like to reach out to the community to get as much help as I can, whether it's actual food or actual funding or just actual physical bodies to help create this experience for other people.
I like that. I like that. And Brownie, one thing that people talk about in the city is that it's dirty. Trash is everywhere, right? So when we
Mhm.
think about a public food, dispensary or a public food refrigerator, right? You got to think about the waste that comes with it, the trash that may come with it. So how do we avoid, these things that are supposed to be here to help with our community or beautify our community? We want to make sure it's not harming our community and adding more trash. Like in your opinion, how do we make sure things like these initiatives are not, adding more trash to our communities?
Well, they have most of the refrigerators. You can go on their pages or their websites. They have actual volunteers on set days that'll come and clean up, that'll come clean out the refrigerators. Anyone can pretty much sign up. I sign up, at least once a month. And you just take, your sanitizers, you take your gloves, trash bags, or anything of that nature, and you give it a good clean. And just like how you would clean your own refrigerator at home, you provide
We
a
hope
safe
people
and
cleaning their refrigerators at home.
yeah, and just provide a better environment for the people to be able to go and get clean and nourished food.
No doubt. And I'm not sure if you have, any knowledge behind this, but I wouldn't be myself if I don't ask, right? Because access in Philadelphia, it ranges from different zip codes, it ranges from different areas or different, places you are in the city, right? Or points you are in the city. So there's a lot of places in the city where we have food deserts. There's a lot of places in the city where they don't have a full grocery store. There's a lot of places in the city where they're legitimately living off of poppy stores, right? So when we
Hmm.
think about the access to clean food, when we think about the access to food that is healthy and fresh, like how does these refrigerators help with our communities, such as like marginalized Black and Brown BIPOC communities?
Well, from my experience, there's people that come in from all over that come and help in certain refrigerators. Whichever one they can get to. There's a lot of different ones as well all over the city. There you got South Philly, West Philly, North Philly, Fishtown, Center City, and there's people just come from all over. I ran into a person who was actually from like Chestnut Hill, New York, New Jersey, and they come from farms and they come bearing fresh food and like really good food options that maybe something that I can't get access to or a neighbor can't get access to.
I love
So it's
that.
all about community. It's all about, people actually coming together and coming in and actually, putting forth the effort.
And do you see these collaborations actually helping?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. My first experience was pulling up on people, and, just seeing smiles on faces. A lot of people aren't homeless. A lot of people just, want to get by. Women,
Hard.
children, yeah, who want to feed
Yeah.
their families, and instead, there was one instance, in that instance, sorry, I'm stuttering.
You're fine. That's what happens when you're passionate about the work you're doing. You know,
Yeah.
you tend to trip up
Yeah.
on your words. It's okay.
Yeah, where we weren't even putting it inside of the refrigerator. Like there were a line of people outside and we just, rather hand it directly to the people. You know what I'm saying? And, that was very heartwarming to see people, wanting to, be there for other people.
No doubt. And for those who just tuning in, you're tapped in right now in the Eco Word. Each and every Friday, starting at 10 a.m., you can tune into Eco Word. We're talking about a greener, safer Philadelphia. And right now, our guest that we have on the line is, talking about how we can help our community members, how we can help residents who are, facing trials and tribulations, whether they live in a food desert or they just don't currently have it right now and they need assistance, and trying to figure out how we can put more community initiatives back into the city that actually offer resources and opportunities. We're talking about community fridges right now with the founder, refrigerators, I'm sorry, we're talking about community refrigerators with the founder of Elves on Wheels, Brianna Holmes. So Brianna, I want to talk to you. When you think about the leadership that we have, we just wrote in a whole new set of leadership for the city of Philadelphia. What's your thoughts on our elected officials being more responsible for making sure that residents have cleaner, fresh, and healthy food?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that question? I didn't get the first end of it.
No, you're fine. I was asking, when it comes down to our elected officials,
Mhm.
do you hold them accountable as someone who does this type of work? When it comes down to making sure residents have cleaner, safe for sure, cleaner, safe, healthier, fresh food. How can we how can we hold them accountable? And do you, as somebody who's doing the work, hold them accountable?
Um, Honestly, yes, they should be accountable in some sort, whether it's big or it's small, or even, like I said, just coming out and just helping a hand, a lot of times can go a long way. Um, and like I said, me personally, I probably should do more to, reach out to these elected officials. But, again, uh, it's a me, me and my community thing. It's a me and my friends kind of thing. It's a me and my family, um, who are really making this thing happen. And we want to do it whether we have, these people behind us or not, as long as we are, able-bodied and have the ability to, get out there for our community. Hopefully they will see it and, it does shine a light on, um, people like myself and other people who are out there that are willing to help put, the effort into our community.
No doubt. And you were talking a little bit about collaboration, and I know when we were talking about you coming on the show, you mentioned you doing some work with a group out of Germantown, and I wanted to bring
Mhm.
that up so you can talk a little bit about that collaborative effort that you all did in the summer, and how did that go?
Yeah, so we collaborated with Germantown Community Fridge, which is a place out in Germantown. Actually have two locations out in Germantown. You can look those up online as well. Or you can even follow their Instagram. They always have things and events going on around their refrigerator as well. Collaborating with them, I just sent them an email. I found them just randomly, just scrolling Instagram. And I was like, yo, these seem like a cool group of people, that would be cool to work with. So I just shot them an email. I sent them a DM, gave them a date and time that we were going to make the food and deliver the food, because we like to do that in the same day, so the food is as fresh as it can be. And they were very open. They were very, I believe they sent out an email to have people come through at that same exact date and time, so people could get the food right then and there. So, like I said, you want it to be as fresh as possible. You don't want it to sit, because a lot of the refrigerators aren't run on electricity.
Mhm, mhm. And that's crazy because Brianna, you just really put that perspective into play, that you have cabinets and then you do have, refrigerators, and the places that have refrigerators, someone does have to pay for that electricity. So when you
Hmm.
think about the work that you're doing, how can we help you as residents, of the city of Philadelphia, help other residents of the city of, I'm sorry, how can we as residents of the city of Philadelphia help you help other residents of the city of Philadelphia when it comes down to this initiative?
Honestly, it's just showing up, sending me a DM, email. Showing up is the first step to do anything. Showing up, donating, whether it's, food, clothes, um, or, actual money, um, is the best way to help in a situation like this, because like I said, a lot of the times it's coming straight out of pocket, and it could be kind of hard sometimes to push certain dates because I might not have enough funding. So, or I might not have enough volunteers. So yeah, those are the best ways to get on board.
No doubt. And one thing that I'm advocate for is education. You know, people
Mhm.
they get into some things and they go in blindly, they go in ignorant, they're not sure why they're doing it. They're just doing it because other people are doing it or because somebody told them to do it, right? So how can
Mhm.
we help educate ourselves around these situations or around these amazing topics such as great food, healthy eating food, making food a lifestyle and not just a choice or decision because you're hungry? Like, so when we do pull up to these resources and these opportunities to talk with you all at Elves on Wheels, how are we educating ourselves so when we get home, we have all these amazing healthy products, but we still making spaghetti? You know, we don't necessarily
Yeah.
know how to go in that lasagna route. So how can we get all these amazing products from you as a resource, but then we can utilize it and change our lifestyle at the same time?
Honestly, that comes with doing a lot of homework. You know, knowledge is power, and you want to do a lot of reading, you want to do a lot of researching, because, like you said, you can have these amazing things and not know what to do with them. And that's, you know, I read a lot of books myself as well, so I would definitely push for, you know, reading, reaching out to other people who are also doing the same line of work. And then Google, you know, Google is everybody's best friend now. Like all these avenues are very easily accessible, and I definitely, you know, would definitely hope people that are doing this homework in order to be able to be out here.
No doubt. And I want to ask you this question, you know, regarding the environment of Philadelphia, right? Because here on EcoWord, we want to make sure that Philadelphia, yes, is greener, but we also want to make sure that it's safe, right? Because I believe
Hmm.
that environmental justice and also social justice go hand in hand. So when we think about having these refrigerators out here in these public spaces, sometimes it can get a little hectic. Sometimes people embrace the chaos differently, right? So
Hmm.
how do we make sure that this is a safe space, a communionized space for, you know, people that want to go and appreciate and they feel safe when they get there?
Again, it falls back on the community itself. The people just coming together, looking out for it, you know, cleaning it, having certain days where, you know, you just go check up on it, make sure things aren't in there rotting, make sure it's actual food in the pantry. And then, you know, just have a list of resources or a list of people that you can call that you can be able to connect with if you need that help, because everything, you know, starts in the community, ends in the community.
No doubt. And my last question I want to ask you, Brianna, you know, and I have to ask this question. Elves on Wheels, what is that all about? How did you come up with that name?
Well, Elves on Wheels, it started, like I said, on Christmas Eve. So, you know,
Ah, okay, very
and we
clever,
started
very
out,
clever.
I'm also a biker, so it started out like with like in a biking community. So before we had, you know, people who had cars, we were literally delivering food and things like that on bikes, you know,
Fire.
in the winter, not in the winter.
That's crazy.
So yeah. And you know, we still do depending on the weather and the circumstances. But you know, like I said, as much help as we can get is it's the better.
No doubt. So you all were literal elves on wheels,
Yes.
delivering, you know, delivering joy from door to door. That's what's up.
Yes, on bicycles.
Well, Brianna, I love the work that you're doing. Thank you for making sure that you know you were a part of this Eco Word show this Friday, January 5th. I'm excited to have you on because of the work that you're doing. Your next actual initiative will be rolling out coming towards the end of the month, beginning of February. So please let us know when you have
Yes.
it so we can drop it and we can read it so people can know, you know, when the next refrigerator will be, well, the next refrigerator event, because this is something that you all are doing, but the next refrigerator event will be done. So
Hmm.
again, I thank you for the work that you're doing. Tell the people again how they can find you, and if they want to stay locked, support, donate, put some food over there, or become a volunteer themselves.
Well, I can be reached at contemporaryfixations@gmail.com. Also, contemporary underscore fixations on Instagram. Yeah, just shoot me a DM, shoot me an email. You know, between me and my assistant, we run things together. So more than likely we'll have a response back in the next 24 hours. Um, so
And
yeah,
that's
and I,
contemporary and fixation spelled correctly, right?
yes,
You gotta put it out there. You know what I'm saying? People like to jack things up on purpose now. So that's why I gotta
yes,
ask just in case. Man, I appreciate the work that you're doing. Thank you again, man. I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
No doubt. Peace. You already know what time it is, man. It's your girl, P.O.C. Thank you for everybody who tuned in each and every Friday. We got a jam-packed show for you. Yes, you, man. Eco Word is live on 900 AM WRD, 96.1 Word Radio from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We want you to be a part of the conversation. We want you to join in on the conversation, and we also want your conversation. So if you have something you want us to talk about live on Eco Word, hit me up right now at revive_POC, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to catch any exclusive interviews, you can hear that playback on SoundCloud under WRD, or you can catch our faces on YouTube at revive_POC, man. It's your girl, POC. I'll be back next Friday. Radio's up.